o'clock. The front door gives a single chime. A man stands at copier 2, with one sheet held against the glass. She watches the green counter wait beneath the plastic lid. The machine wakes with a low breath, and the room returns to work. He smooths the page with one hand, checks the corner twice. The display reads one copy, letter size, black and white. She sits behind the front counter, a pen resting across the order book. A production printer hums farther back, warm air moving through the room. Copier 2 pulls the paper inward, rollers turning out of sight. A white sheet appears in the tray, clean except for a faint gray edge. The counter changes. 18,427. Then one digit turns 18, 18,428. One copy before 2, one page under fluorescent white. One copy before 2, then the machine goes quiet. The lid comes down, the paper leaves. One copy before 2, and the green number stays behind. He compares the pages side by side, original against the copy. Same address, same narrow border, same crease near the lower line. He pays with a card at the counter, signs nothing, takes no receipt. The door chime sounds once more. Cold air enters from the street. Then the glass closes behind him. She watches his coat disappear past the dark pharmacy window. The copy shop becomes still again, except for fans behind the machines. 3 copiers, one production printer, a clock above the door, one green counter, already changed. One copy before 2, one page under fluorescent white. One copy before 2, then the machine goes quiet. The lid comes down, the paper leaves. One copy before 2, and the green number stays behind. At 1:26 she clears the tray, a torn test sheet from earlier, 2 misfeeds folded at the edge, a strip of backing from a label. She drops them in the recycle bin, then wipes the copy of glass. A toner mark near the hinge, takes 3 passes, wets the cloth. The counter stays visible below, 18,428 in wheat green. No one needs to read it. Still it keeps the total page after page, shift after shift, long after each sheet is gone. Green number, white paper, black toner, steel edge. One copy made, one number added, nothing else. At 1:34, copier 1 runs a cleaning cycle. The rollers turn without paper, a short mechanical rhythm, then stop. She checks the order rack, 3 blue pickup slips, 2 envelopes clipped together. One restaurant job waiting for later. No new customer at the door. The metal ruler lies on the cutting table. A small ship near the end, catching the overhead light. She walks back to copy it too, presses the status key. Toner 63%, tray 1 half full, no errors. The copy count sits beneath it, 18 full, 28. A service date is printed below, 3 months old and still readable. A tiny scratch crosses the plastic screen, just above the final digit. She rubs it once with a thumb, it does not change. Behind her, paper settles in the storage rack, a soft slide against cardboard. She closes the menu, the display returns to ready again. Ready in green, one lid closed, one tray half full, fluorescent hum above the glass, warm up, bright bass underneath, a dry snare behind the beat. Muted trumpet far from the counter, space between each phrase. At 1:43, she starts the next job, 200 menus by morning. The production printer wakes in the back, blue screen against white paper. She loads the first stack, squares the edges with both hands. The front copiers remain idle, their displays glowing near the door. Outside, a bus passes without stopping, its lights slide across the window. For a second, copy too reflects the street and only the shop again. The wall clock moves another minute, the green counter does not. One copy before 2, one page under fluorescent white. One copy before 2, already somewhere down the street. The lid stays closed, the tray stays clear. One copy before 2, and the green number holds its place. 18 for 28, small digits under glass. 18 for 28, one more than before. 18 for 28, no name beside the count. One page left the building, the numbers stay behind. She turns toward the production printer and feeds the first stack into tray 1. The bass settles under the room. 5:31 on the master clock. The blinds have turned blue-gray. The overnight log lies open, 3 notes in the same blue ink. Line 2 still holds its amber square. She places one hand near the fader and waits for the next station ID. The microphone sits under the red lamp, headphones resting around her neck. The morning schedule is clipped beside the pages she has used all night. One line for frequency, one line for the city, one line for the time, nothing more. She checks the level in the monitor. The automation bed runs low beneath her. Warm bass and a brushed snare. The master clock changes 3 seconds before the wall clock. Amber by the phone, green along the rack, blue-gray through the blinds, red waiting above the glass. Station ID before sunrise, 11:30 through the wire. Station ID before sunrise. One red lamp and one low voice, the microphone opens. Station ID before sunrise. Then the signal moves beyond the glass. She lifts the fader at 5:32. The on-air sign turns red. Her voice stays close and even. Frequency, time, the city name. 11:30 through the wire. Station ID before sunrise. One red lamp and one low voice. The microphone closes, the meters keep moving. Station ID before sunrise, and the signal keeps leaving the room. She checks the log, the page carries the whole night plainly. 2:43, line 2-1, ring, no caller, no audio. 3:06, 11 seconds, dead air. 4:58, weather bulletin, low cloud, east wind, river mist, nothing else needs adding. She draws one short line under the last entry, then sets the pen beside the coffee ring. The brown circle is fully dry now, its edge darker than the center, a mark around a time. One ring, 11 seconds, one weather line, one station ID. 4 small things on one overnight page. The first morning host has not arrived. The room is still hers a little longer. A bus passes behind the blinds, then another. She opens the blinds 2 fingers wider and sees the tower above the roof line. Its red light still blinking against a sky no longer black. The antenna keeps its low pattern, lower, middle, upper, then dark inside. The transmitter meter still leans around 82. The station cost the whole night without knowing who listened. On air, dark, line 2, amber, green, rack lights, blue, gray, window, warm up, bright, base, roads left open, one flugelhorn, open space. The master clock, 3 seconds ahead. The overnight log still open. At 5:49 the hallway brightens without anyone touching a switch. The fluorescent tubes look weaker now against the light under the blinds. She takes the cracked headphones off, places them beside the console, straightens the cue sheet, slides the weather page beneath the lock. The coffee cup goes into the bin. The brown ring stays on the paper. She presses the line to cradle once. The amber indicator does not change. No ring, no hum, no voice, only the same small square holding its place beside the phone. No second call, no fault message, no need to stay. The next block enters right on time. Station ID before sunrise. 11:30 through the wire. Station ID before sunrise. One red lamp and one low voice. The microphone is closed now, the morning keeps moving. Station ID before sunrise, and the station carries on. Red when she speaks, amber when she does not. Green in the rack, blue at the blondes. Red when she speaks, then red no more. The meters keep moving, the signal keeps going. At 5:54 she closes the overnight lock. The pen rests across the cover, the coffee ring hidden inside. The note about line 2 stays there with the 11-second gap. The weather at 4:58. She hangs the service key in the drawer, leaves the headphones by the board, checks the transmitter one last time from the remote panel. 82, she takes a coat and turns toward the hallway. The on-air sign is dark. Line 2 is amber, the them for the time, nothing more. 4:58 on the master clock. The roof door is closed again. Pale blue sits behind the blinds. Line 2 still holds its amber square. The cue sheet carries the coffee ring. She slides the weather page beneath the microphone and waits for the red lamp. The bulletin is only 4 lines. Temperature, low cloud, east wind, river mist. Nothing urgent, nothing severe. She reads it once under her breath and opens the microphone. The on-air sign turns red. Her voice stays low and even, just the city, the hour, the weather, and a short pause before the next bed. She closes the fader, the red lamp goes dark, the flugelhorn enters under the monitor, soft enough to leave room around it. Blue ink beside the time, brown ring around the page, amber beside the phone, red above the glass, then red no more. Where the bulletin at 4:58, low cloud over the river line. Where the bulletin at 4:58, east wind moving through the signs. The microphone closes, the meters keep rising. Where the bulletin at 4:58, and morning gathers outside. She marks the red on the station log, one short stroke beside 4:58. A note from 3:06 remains above it. 11 seconds dead air. The note from 2:43 remains higher still. Line 2, 1 ring, no caller, no audio. 3 entries from the same night, all in the same blue ink. The coffee ring touches none of them, only circles of time already gone. She turns the cue sheet once. A bus moves beyond the blinds. The glass brightens for a moment. The transmitter meter stays steady. The phone does not ring. Where the bulletin at 4:58, low cloud over the river line. Where the bulletin at 4:58, east wind moving through the signs. The microphone closes, the meters keep rising. Where the bulletin at 4:58, and morning gathers outside. At 5:04, she opens the blinds, only 2 fingers wide, enough to see the avenue, a bakery van near the corner, a bus shelter beginning to show, tower lights still blink above the roofline, red against a lighter sky. A newspaper bundle lands by a kiosk. She lets the blind fall back and returns to the chair. The headphones rest around her neck, one crack cracked ear pad turned outward. The next block has 6 minutes left. Low cloud, east wind, blue-gray glass, amber line 2-1, red lamp waiting for the next time she speaks. 5:12, the automation lowers the music bed. She checks the next cue. No weather this time, only station ID and another recorded track. She folds the weather page beneath the log. The coffee ring is on the sheet above it. A brown circle around 2:30. Her mark at 4:58 is dry. The console is still green and amber. The phone panel still holds line 2. The transmitter still carries the program, but the blinds no longer look black. They hold faint blue through the slats, enough to show the window frame. 4:58. Low cloud, east wind, river mist, blue ink, brown ring, amber light, the red on air sign, dark, warm, upright bass underneath, roads left open, flugelhorn holding one long note. At 5:18, the truck brakes at the light, then moves when the signal changes. The studio glass keeps the sound outside, but shadows cross the blinds one after another. The overnight shift is thinning. The first morning schedule sits clipped. Four 07 on the master clock. The roof access door sticks at the frame. She pushes once with her shoulder, and cold air enters the stairwell. Below, the transmitter room stays warm. Above, the tower disappears into black. 3 red obstruction lights blink at different heights. She steps onto the flat roof, gravel shifting under her shoes. The avenue runs beyond low buildings, almost empty at this hour. A warehouse sign stays lit. 2 intersections farther east, the antenna rises from concrete. Cables disappear through the base. The lowest red lamp turns on, then off. Higher up another follows, slow enough to count. Not a warning, not a signal for her. Only the tower marking itself for anything crossing overhead. Red above the roof, green below in the rack, amber downstairs beside the phone. 3 colors in 3 rooms holding their place. Red lights above the antenna, blinking over sleeping blocks. Red lights above the antenna, while the transmitter never stops. The signal leaves beneath them, past the roof she cannot see. Red lights above the antenna, sending nothing back to her. She walks toward the safety rail, hands inside her coat pockets, only the station key and a folded weather sheet. Low cloud over the river, wind from the east. Up here the air is colder, carrying diesel from the avenue and damp concrete from the roof. A delivery truck crosses south, its cab light moving through dark windows and turns behind a warehouse. One lamp turns red, then black, then red again. The tower does not hurry, the city does not answer. Red lights above the antenna, blinking over sleeping blocks. Red lights above the antenna, while the transmitter never stops. The signal leaves beneath them, past the roof she cannot see. Red lights above the antenna, sending nothing back to her. At 4:16, she looks west toward the river she cannot make out. Only a flatter band of darkness between roof lines and low cloud. The station sign below the parapet throws a weak glow toward the street. 11:30 printed in white on blue paint, worn at the edges. The headphones remain downstairs, the microphone closed, the on-air sign dark for now. Still the program moves through cable, into the room below, into the transmitter, into the tower at her back. Red above, green below, amber by the phone. One signal moving outward, no return path she can see. At 4:24, the highest obstruction light disappears. For one full cycle, the middle lamp blinks, the lower lamp blinks, the top stays black. She looks up, waits, then it returns, red against the cloud, exactly where it was. No alarm comes from downstairs, no reason to write it in the log. The tower keeps its slow pattern, all three lights fall into sequence. Lower, middle, upper, then dark together. The city below remains mostly unlit. .306 on the master clock. The next block should already be there. A green counter reaches 0, and the monitors give back only room. The on-air sign stays dark. Line 2 keeps its amber square. She looks from the screen to the meters. console still glows beneath her hands. Every channel where she left it. The automation window says playing, but nothing reaches the speaker. She checks the monitor switch, then the program bus. No red fault light, no warning across the screen, only ventilation behind the rack, and the faint electrical bed of a station that is still awake. 1 second, then another. The master clock keeps moving. She does not touch the microphone. She watches the empty meter. 11 seconds of dead air. No song beneath the clock. 11 seconds of dead air. Then the next block catches on. The board never leaves its place. The transmitter does not fall. 11 seconds of dead air, written small beside the time. The 4th second, her hand reaches channel 3. At the 5th, she checks the automation return. At the 6th, the cursor freezes near the title. At the 7th, line 2 is still amber. The receiver still in its cradle. At the 8th, she hears the transmitter fan low through the engineering hall. At 9, the clock relay clicks. At 10, the next waveform appears. At 11, a brushed snare finally enters. Soft, late, exactly enough. The bass comes underneath it. Rhodes follows one beat later. No announcement, no apology. The room fills back in. 11 seconds of dead air. No song beneath the clock. 11 seconds of dead air. Then the next block catches on. The board never leaves its place. The transmitter does not fall. 11 seconds of dead air, written small beside the time. She opens the station log to the line below the phone note. 243, line 2, 1 ring, no caller, no audio beneath it. She rests 306, 11 seconds, dead air. Blue ink presses through the paper where her hand stops too long. The coffee ring from earlier touches the edge of the entry. Not enough to cover the words, just close enough to keep them together. She draws one short line beneath the note, then puts the pen across the page. One phone light, one missing block, 2 notes on the same page. Amber beside the console, blue ink on 3:32 on the master clock. The station log stays open at the console. Line 2 keeps its amber square. The note at 3:06 dries in blue ink. She takes the service key from the drawer and walks toward the engineering hall. Fluorescent light replaces the studio glow. A low fan grows louder through the wall. The corridor is concrete and cable. No posters, no carpet, no glass. A gray door marked transmitter holds warm air behind the frame. She turns the key and steps inside. Meters rise across the panel. Green lamps in narrow rows. A red switch under a clear guard. The main output needle leans a little above 80 and settles back to 82 like it has all night. No alarm, no warning, no heat beyond the normal line. The transmitter fan keeps turning. The needle keeps its time. Transmitter output 82. The needle rises, then returns. Transmitter output 82. Warm air moving through the room. The studio sends it down the line. The tower carries it away. Transmitter output 82. Holding steady while the city sleeps. She checks the temperature strip, then the reflected power meter. One number written in pencil matches the note from last week. A cable bundle runs overhead. Black ties every 12 inches. The floor vibrates under the rack. Not enough to shake the screws, only enough to feel through her shoes. She presses one cabinet latch, makes sure it holds, then listens to the transformer hum. A low note under everything. Green on the panel, amber on the phone downstairs, blue ink in the log, 82 on the meter. Transmitter output 82. The needle rises, then returns. Transmitter output 82. Warm air moving through the room. The studio sends it down the line. The tower carries it away. Transmitter output 82. Holding steady while the city sleeps. At 3:41, she opens the side log. Engineering notes in different hands. Filter cleaned, fan belt checked, output verified. Dates stacked down the margin. One line from 6 months ago mentions a lamp that used to flicker. The lamp is steady now. She runs a thumb along the page. Dust gathers stares at the paper edge. No note about line 2, no note about dead air. Different room, different problems. One meter, one fan, one warm cabinet, one page under her hand. Everything working without needing to be watched. 348, the output needle climbs to 84, holds for one breath, then falls back to 82. No red light appears, the reflected power stays low. She waits through another cycle. 81, 82, 83, then back again. The movement is small, mechanical, ordinary, the kind of change no one hears on a radio across town. She checks the remote monitor, the program level is still there. A slow groove from Studio A, crossing cable, rack and room. She cannot hear the whole song, only bass through the cabinet and a brushed snare softened by concrete. 82, green lamp, warm rack, fan turning, cable overhead, concrete underfoot, no alarm, no fault, the signal moving even here. .243 on the master clock. The cue sheet still carries the coffee ring. She is halfway through the overnight block, one hand resting near the monitor knob. Line 1 stays dark. Line 2 flashes amber once. The telephone rings a single time, then stops before the second. She looks at the panel, waits for another ring, nothing. The music continues through the monitors. Bass low beneath the desk, a dry snare behind the beat. The amber light on line 2 does not go out. She lifts the receiver, the cord turns once against her wrist. No voice reaches the earpiece, only a thin electrical hum and something softer underneath, like distant road noise through a wall. She says hello once, not loudly. The line gives back no word. The master clock changes, the amber lamp stays on. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, one amber light beside the phone. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, then leaves the receiver full of tone. No name on the display, no voice on the wire. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, and the little lamp refuses dark. She checks the cradle switch with one finger, presses it down and lets it rise. The hum shifts for half a second, then settles into the same low sound. A little static moves across it, not speech, not breath, not music, the line holding open. She looks through the control room glass. Studio A is empty. The on-air sign remains dark. A pencil lies across the overnight log. The coffee ring has dried around 2:30. Everything else is where it was. The phone cord hangs in a loose curve. The meters keep their narrow swing. She waits through 3 more seconds, then 4, then 5. Line 2 rings once at 2:43. One amber light beside the phone. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, then leaves the receiver full of tone. No name on the display, no voice on the wire. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, and the little lamp refuses dark. At 2:45, the line drops without a click, without goodbye. The hum simply disappears. She lowers the receiver, the cradle catches it clean. Line 2 should go dark, it does not. The amber square stays lit, a little weaker than before. She lifts the handset again. Now there is nothing at all. No dial tone, no static, no electrical bed. Only the soft room around her and the music from the monitors. Receiver down, amber on. Receiver up, nothing there. Receiver down, amber on. The station keeps moving past it. At 2:49, she writes the time in the margin of the station log. 2:43, line 2, 1 ring, no caller, no audio. She leaves the next line blank, then checks the phone interface. Line 1 inactive, line 2 idle. Line 3 covered with old tape. No fault message, no warning mark. She touches the small plastic lens over the amber indicator. Warm from the panel, not hot, not flickering, just on. The automation counter reaches 0. The next block enters exactly on time. A muted trumpet phrase moves through delay. The snare settles behind it. She turns back toward the console and lets the phone remain where it is. 2:43, 1 ring, 1 receiver, 1 amber square. No voice, no name, no second call. The master clock ahead, the wall clock behind. A dried coffee ring beside the written time. At 2:56, she opens the microphone. The on-air sign turns red. Her voice stays low, an even frequency time. A short station line. She does not mention the call. The fader returns to 0. The red lamp goes dark. Line 2 remains amber beneath it. 2 colors for less than a second, and only 1. She checks the cue sheet, marks the break in blue ink. The new line sits close to the brown circle. The phone does not ring again. A truck passes somewhere beyond the blinds. Its light crosses the wall and disappears. No second ring, no message waiting, no change in the log. The amber indicator keeps its place. Line 2 rings once at 2:43. 1 amber light beside the phone. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, then leaves the whole room moving on. No name on the display, no voice on the wire. Line 2 rings once at 2:43, and the little lamp refuses dark. 1 ring, then none. 1 amber square still on 1 line, then none. The receiver in its cradle level by less than a mark. The phone stays beside the console, cord twisted near the base. Line 1 is dark, line 2 is amber. Line 2 flashes amber once the telephone rings a single. To 11 on the master clock. The break room light is warmer than Studio A. A paper cup waits beside the sugar jar, steam fading against the cabinet. She sets the cue sheet on the table, and the bottom of the cup touches one corner. A brown circle begins to spread around the line marked 2:30. The refrigerator starts behind her, a low motor under fluorescent hum. One chair faces the notice board. The calendar is still on last month. The spoon rests in the metal sink beside a packet torn in half. She reads the next 3 items: weather, station ID, recorded block, then lifts the cup. The paper underneath stays darker, a perfect ring around the time. Not enough to hide the words, just enough to leave a mark. The coffee cools, the paper dries, the clock advances without sound. The circle holds exactly where the cup came down. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, brown around the half-past line. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, drying while the station keeps its time. No note beside it, no reason to erase it. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, one small mark between the hours. She carries the paper back to control, the cup balanced in her other hand. The low end reaches through the doorway. On air is dark above Studio A. Line 1 dark, line 2 dark. The automation timer moves normally. She lays the sheet beside the logbook. The ring sits below the station ID, and above the weatherette, a brown edge crosses one printed box. The ink underneath stays clear. She smooths the page with her palm. Amber needles move, green lamps stay fixed. The coffee ring turns lighter as the paper gives up heat. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, brown around the half-past line. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, drying while the station keeps its time. The microphone is closed, the meters keep moving. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, one small mark between the hours. At 2:22, she opens the mic. The red lamp fills the upper glass. Her voice stays low and close, frequency time, a short introduction. The fader returns, the lamp goes dark. She marks the break with blue ink, one clean stroke beside the printed time. The pen nearly touches the ring, but stops before the edge. The cup is colder now, a faint line of coffee on the lid. She watches the meter bridge, 2 needles rise together, then meet again on the next bar. One blue line, one brown circle, one red lamp gone dark, one page under her hand. The station moving through all of it. touches the clock. She turns the cue sheet sideways to read a note near the margin, a weather update in pencil. Wind from the east, low cloud over the river, nothing urgent. The cup touches the table, this time not the paper. She looks at the ring, now dry around the edges, darker where the cardboard first pressed. The thin break on one side, where the liquid never reached. The shape is almost complete, but not quite. From the hall, the transmitter fan carries a low tone. The next bed enters, felt piano over a slow drum loop. She lets it run. Cue sheet, blue ink, brown circle, 2:30. Weather note, coffee cooling on air, dark line too dark. The master clock, 3 seconds ahead. At 2:35, she folds the weather sheet, places it beneath the stained page. The ring is no longer wet. Her thumb passes over it without picking up color. The break room door stands open, warm light cutting across the hall. She can see the old calendar from the console, a white square behind the glass. The automation counter resets. Another block begins, the bass settles underneath the room. A brush snare leans behind the beat. She turns the monitor down one mark, then leaves it there. The coffee ring remains visible beside the time already passed. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, brown around the 9:30. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, dry now while the station keeps its time. The words remain readable, the page stays in rotation. Coffee ring on the cue sheet, one small mark. The next shift will find 2:30 on the page, 2:30 on the clock, 2:30 already gone. The ring remains, 2:30 on the page. Blue ink beside the break. The cup is almost empty, the page is almost dry. She clips the cue sheet to the board beside the lock. The brown circle sits around a time that has already passed. The cup goes back to the break room. The page stays under the console light. "2:31 on the wall clock. The store has settled between jobs. Copier 3 shows ready in green. The production printer hums farther back. She stands beside the service sink, a dark mark on her left thumb. Toner caught along the print line where the glove tore at the edge. She runs cold water over it, black loosening into gray. A sharp towel waits beside the tap, already marked from earlier shifts. She rubs once with soap, then again along the nail. The stain grows lighter at the center, but holds inside the skin. Behind her, paper rests in clean stacks. Blue pickup slips clipped in rows. The metal ruler catches white light. No customer at the counter, no door chime from the street. Water circles the drain, the mark stays near the nail. A soft kick moves beneath the room. The snare arrives a little late. Toner on her left thumb, black against the paper white. Toner on her left thumb, still there under fluorescent light. She wipes it once, she wipes it twice. The edge grows faint, not gone. Toner on her left thumb, a small mark carrying on. she returns to the counter, checks the jobs waiting for morning. Man has clipped together a shipping form. One envelope, order marked paid, nothing urgent, nothing late. She lifts a discarded proof to clear the space beside the register. Her thumb touches the lower corner and leaves a partial print. Not a full rich, not enough for a name, only a dark oval near the margin. She leaves the sheet on the cutting table. One mark on skin, one mark on paper. Neither means more than it is. The room keeps its slow pulse. The printers keep their heat. Toner on the left thumb, black against the paper white. Toner on her left thumb, still there under fluorescent light. She wipes it once, she wipes it twice. The edge grows faint, not gone. Toner on her left thumb, a small mark carrying on. She folds the proof along its center, opens it again against the light. The thumbprint breaks across the crease, half on one side, half on the other. A cancel line runs above it, she reads none of it. The page is already scrapped. She sets it beside the recycle bin and reaches for a clean cloth. Felt piano leaves space between chords. Warm upright bass holds underneath. A brush snare lands behind the beat. The stain on her thumb has turned charcoal. One crease, one partial print, one cloth beside the sink. White paper, gray water, a little toner at the edge. At 2:43, the production printer vents a low breath from the rear panel. She opens the toner cabinet, checks the spare cartridges, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. A powder tray sits on the shelf. She wipes it with the same cloth. The mark transfers again, a black crescent near the fold. She turns the cloth over, uses the clean side, closes the cabinet and listens as the machine settles. No alarm, no warning, only warm fans and a faint relay. The store feels smaller here. Cold water, gray cloth, black toner, white paper, warm upright bass, one dry snare. Felt piano left open, no customer at the door. No customer at the door. At 2:49, she washes again. The mark is almost gone now. Only a narrow line beside the nails, still darker than the rest. She dries both hands, then lifts the discarded proof once more. The partial thumbprint remains, a small oval near the lower margin. She does not keep it, does not study it. She places it flat in the recycle bin under two misfeeds and a label backing. The black mark disappears beneath a stack. A thumb does not. The page goes down, the mark stays light. The wall clock moves another minute. Copy of 3 still reads ready. Toner on the left thumb, gray now under fluorescent white. Toner on the left thumb, almost gone. to the cutting table and squares the menu stack. The metal ruler catches the light, the chipped end remains. Her left thumb presses the paper edge without leaving anything new behind her. .143 on the wall clock. Tray 1 holds the first stack. 200 menus wait on the screen. Black type over warm white stock. She squares the paper with both hands, checks the guides against the edge. The production printer wakes, and the first sheet disappears inside. The job window reads 200 copies, single-sided black and white. A restaurant name sits at the top, hours printed near the bottom. She checks the proof beneath the lamp, one border slightly close to left, moves the file by half a mark, then sends the full run through. The rollers take the first 10 sheets, a steady pull beneath the cover. The output tray begins to rise, page over page, corner over corner. No customer waits at the counter, only blue pickup slips on the rack. 25, then 30, the counter climbs without a sound. The low end moves beneath the room while paper gathers in a stack. 200 menus by morning, white pages under fluorescent light. 200 menus by morning, every line repeating right. The printer keeps the count, the base keeps the floor. 200 menus by morning, and the stack keeps getting taller. At 1:52, the first tray empties. She pulls another ream from storage, cuts the wrapper along the seam, and fans the paper with one thumb. The edges flash beneath the lights, then settle flat inside tray 1. The screen says resume. The machine takes hold again. 78, 81, 84, numbers rising near the corner. She watches for a skewed page, a tonal line, a folded edge. Nothing slips out of alignment. The run keeps moving clean. A dry rim click behind the snare, a dark Rhodes chord between the hits. The printer rolls in even phrases, the baritone waits below. 200 menus by morning, white pages under fluorescent light. 200 menus by morning, every line repeating right. The printer keeps the count, the base keeps the floor. 200 menus by morning, and the stack keeps getting taller. At 1:59, she lifts the first pile, taps each side against the table. The metal ruler waits beside the cutter, small chip near the final inch. She does not trim them yet, only checks the crop marks. 4 corners, registration dot. She returns the stack to the car. The next pages arrive behind her. 126, 127. The display adds another digit. She wipes one speck of toner from the side of her left hand. One stack finished, one stack growing, one ream open on the card. Black type, white stock, green count on the screen. No hurry, no pause. At 2:08 the machine slows, not a fault, only a trace sensor waiting. She opens the lower drawer, finds one sheet, turns sideways, pulls it free before it catches, places it in the recycle bin. The screen returns to ready, then running. The baritone line comes back through delay, low and heavy behind the beat. The bass repeats the same 2-bar figure, changing only at the final note. 153, 154, 155. She closes the drawer and the rhythm of the room returns, steady like hands that know the work. 160, 161. Paper sliding, bass underneath, dry snare, short rolls. A green counter, a steel ruler, a stack waiting for the cutter. At 2:17 the last ream opens. The wrapper folds beside the cart. Outside a taxi crosses the storefront and leaves a stripe on the glass. The self-service copiers remain ready. The counter's unchanged since before 2. She checks the menus once more. Same heading, same hours, same small line near the bottom. Production screen reaches 190, the 91, the 92. Pages settle against each other with the softest dry sound. 197, 198, 199, then the final sheet. 200 menus by morning, white pages under fluorescent light. 200 menus by morning, every line repeating right. The printer stops the count, the bass keeps moving. 200 menus by morning, now waiting for the